The air turned frigid as they crossed the threshold and see the entrance to the dungeon. Gone was the warm sunlight, replaced by an oppressive chill that clung to their skin like cobwebs. The entrance, a gaping maw of jagged stone teeth, swallowed the sunlight and spat back shadows. "Stay close!" Liam, the group's leader, drew his sword, the polished steel a beacon in the encroaching gloom. He exchanged nervous glances with his companions, Aurora, the nimble archer, her hand hovering near her quiver, Finn, the sturdy tank, gripping his shield tightly, and Ilara, the quick-witted mage, her staff emanating a faint, comforting glow. The air hung heavy with the scent of damp earth and something else, something ancient and vaguely unsettling. They descended deeper into the dungeon, each step raising echoes that whispered back from the unseen depths. The first chamber yawned before them, vast and echoing. Dust motes danced in the faint light filtering from Ilara's staff. Scattered across the floor lay piles of bones, picked clean and bleached with age. As their eyes adjusted, the bones began to shift. They rose, groaning and clacking, assembling themselves into skeletal warriors, their empty sockets burning with eerie blue fire. "Undead, prepare yourselves!" The skeletons charged, their bony limbs surprisingly swift. Liam met the first attacker head-on, his sword flashing. Steel met bone with a sickening crunch. Aurora's arrows flew, each finding its mark in the hollow eye sockets of the approaching horde. Ilara chanted, her staff glowing brighter, and a wave of searing light burst outwards, incinerating several skeletons at once. The last skeleton clattered to the ground, its blue flames extinguished. They stood panting. Amidst the remnants of their foes, a narrow passageway, its entrance shrouded in shadows, beckoned from the far side of the chamber. This must be the way forward. The passage narrowed as they progressed, the air growing thick and stagnant, the stench of decay intensified, clinging to the back of their throats. Soft moans echoed from the darkness ahead, sending chills down their spines. They rounded a bend, and the passage opened into a wider corridor. But their relief was short-lived. The corridor teemed with rotting figures, their decaying flesh clinging to bone, their eyes glowing with a sickly yellow light. Zombies. They shambled towards the heroes, drawn by the scent of living flesh. "Back! Back to the chamber!" Liam yelled, pushing Torin towards the rear. But the way was blocked. More zombies pressed in from behind, their moans a chorus of hunger. They were trapped.
"I can hold them off for a while, but I'll need time to cast a powerful enough spell," says Aurora. "Can you hold them back?"
"We'll buy you the time, little mage. Just make it count," yells Finn. Finn, a man of little magic but boundless courage, stepped forward. He swung his shield in a wide arc, keeping the groaning horde at bay. Liam and Aurora fought back-to-back, their movements a deadly dance of steel and arrows. Each fallen zombie brought a moment of grim satisfaction, but more always surged forward from the shadowy depths of the corridor. The air crackled with a new kind of energy. A wave of chittering and clicking washed over them, more unsettling than the moans of the undead. From the darkness beyond the zombies, a new threat emerged, a tide of venomous insects, their eyes glowing with an eerie green light. By the gods, what now? Finn roared, swatting at the stinging, biting horde. The zombies, momentarily forgotten, were themselves under attack, their rotting flesh no match for the venomous onslaught. And then they saw it, looming behind the swarm of insects, a monstrous spider, its 8 eyes burning like miniature suns. It's the general yells, Liam, its mandibles dripping venom, the source of the chittering and the master of the insect horde. The heroes, battered and weary, stared in horror at the creature that emerged from the darkness. Even the eternally brave Finn felt a tremor of fear run through him. This was no mere dungeon crawler. This was something ancient and powerful, something that had haunted this place for centuries. "Now, Ilara!" Liam screamed, parrying a lunge from the monstrous spider with his sword. Ilara, her face bathed in the ethereal glow of her staff, unleashed the spell. A wave of pure energy erupted outwards, incinerating insects and throwing zombies back into the darkness. The monstrous spider, momentarily stunned, recoiled from the blast. The heroes, taking advantage of the brief respite, didn't waste a moment. They retreated back into the chamber of bones, catching their breath, their hearts pounding. They had survived for now, but the dungeon's depths had revealed only a taste of the horrors that awaited. What was that? Ilara whispered, her voice trembling slightly. Liam leaned against a wall, his chest heaving. I think it was the Spider General. The Queen's Spider will be the real trial, I suspect. He looked at his companions, each bearing the marks of battle, yet their spirits unbroken. The dungeon's heart awaits. Are you with me? And with a shared look of determination, they knew their journey had only just begun. The true test still lay ahead.